Clearly, I underestimated the amount of money that has been spent on the Rwanda gimmick so far. And on Radio 4's Today programme, which I've only just caught, Dame Meg Hillier, who's the chairwoman of the Public Accounts Committee, says that it's almost like the government has got something to hide. And it's £290 million that has been given to Rwanda so far. The cost of the scheme has reached nearly £300 million, with no asylum seekers being deported, whether or not the argument is that they should be or shouldn't be. This is £300 million that has been thrown in the direction of another country for a job that they have not done, or for a job that hasn't been effected. I'm sure Rwanda has built all the housing for the 100 refugees that they will be accommodating. 100 refugees for £300 million. That's £30 million per refugee, isn't it? That is madness. Utter madness. So there's a letter to the Home Office going out, and I think it's going to be, I think it's damning. I don't think the government can, I don't think the Home Office can explain away why it's been so secretive about this money and why this money is at the level that it is. So this morning it was reported as being 240 million. Now it's reported as being 290 million. How much higher is this sum going to creep before we have full transparency and before something is produced to justify that money? And at the same time, Rishi Sunak is facing a revolt from the right and a revolt from the left in his own party. And then the bill, even if it gets through the House of Commons on Tuesday, which is now very, very unlikely, it will then have to get through the House of Lords. And the House of Lords is not duty-bound to pass through legislation which wasn't approved in the election manifesto. That would be of 2019, and Rwanda does not get a mention in the election manifesto. It wasn't even thought of at that point. This is an invention afterwards, and I think it would be very difficult for Rishi Sunak and for the House of Lords to justify pushing this through on the convention that the House of Lords nods through central legislation to the manifesto. It isn't. It isn't. It might be central legislation for Rishi Sunak's manifesto, but he would have difficulty defending that position.